Can you tell YouTube that this is my first time saying it? Thank you, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game 1. This is a best of 5 in the Battle of Africa tournament. This is a semi-final. Finland and TyRanT faced off in the group stages, and TyRanT won 3-2. Whoever wins this best of 5 advances to face Aftermath, who's waiting for them in the final. Now, as I was just telling Twitch, there's a lot of lames that oftentimes happen on Arabia. There's a lot of money involved in this tournament, so we're going to see the Eagles run out to steal elephants. I'll try and cut this down a little bit. I explained it before when they did a restart. What I was saying is just how dominant TyRanT was in the past for Age of Empires 2. They had 2 strong teams that could beat anybody. And then 2 years ago in Clan Masters, they lost to SY. SY surprising them. That land was in China with the victory. And TyRanT, well, they're not going to be facing SY in the final. A team called Aftermath, a new team, a young team, beat SY 3-0. Easiest game of their life, easiest set of their life yesterday. So basically, the team that beat TyRanT 2 years ago wasn't good enough to beat Aftermath, and now Aftermath is waiting for the victor of this best of 5. Will it be Finland or will it be TyRanT? They already played before, and TyRanT was very close to losing out there. I'm really excited because TyRanT, they have rivals now. That was the worst explanation. I should have written that down. I should have had a too long didn't read version of that. But yeah, I'm just really excited for Age of Empires 2 because I am going into a set in a semi-final and I don't know TyRanT's going to win. Viper's in the yellow. He's the flank for TyRanT. Playing as the Franks. The pocket for them is Tato. Tato's playing as the Malians in the red. In the green then we have Doubt. He's the flank. He's playing as Mayans. Now, I noticed the forward boars for Zupi. Zupi has not lost any yet. Zupi is playing as the Japanese. His pocket very far away from him is the Max playing as Indians. And then flank is Valise for the Finland or Winland's team. There was a restart called by TyRanT prior to this. That's their only restart in this best of 5. We don't know the exact reasonings for it, but there was some laming going on at the beginning of that last game, which they restarted, and I think everyone has a hold of their elephants now, so it'll be an even fight here. Viper's playing as Franks. Ideally for TyRanT, they would want him as pocket. Viper's scout rush, of course, can be very, very strong, and then he can maybe go into knights, but the issue is, Franks, they will want to go knights, and the pocket will be going knights as well. You normally want a ranged and melee combo. It wouldn't be too bad for Doubt here, for example. Doubt can go archers, and Tato can accompany him with knights. But I feel like Viper's going to be in an awkward position where he's almost forced to go archers throughout this game. Valise, he's Huns as the flank, so he can go cav archers. And then we could see the Indian camels from Max. So I like the player positions a lot more when it comes to the civs. And also Max, he's a fantastic pocket, probably the best pocket that Finland has. Do they chat and voice chat? They do chat and voice chat. They will be communicating, and there's the signal. Zupi saying, hey teammates, this is where Doubt's at. Let's look at the flanks maps for a second, because you can see Doubt's gold is very exposed. The only wood line he has on this side of his TC is right next to Zupi. Zupi, he can wall off with this, and he can protect himself a little bit, and he's going to go for what looks to be a drush against Doubt. Doubt's wood line is to the north. His berries are to the north. Has some more wood and stone on this side, but he's very exposed on the front of his base. The Doubt bringing in... Whose elephant? I guess it was Zupi's elephant. And so he gets a lame, and Zupi is going to push in his zebras. Should be fine with the drush. I don't know if he'll be able to range these villagers much, but when you lose out on an elephant and you lose out on some food, this is a good decision. It gives you some more time. Tato's on the way up as Malians. He'll go scouts. Max, the same as Indians. He'll go scouts. Transition towards the castle age. Belize. Going for men-at-arms, I suppose. Viper. He will go for scouts and already starting the team walls. So it's important. I think these signals are Tato and Doubt talking about where they're going to team wall. it's important that this drush delays a bit. The Zupi's going to want to go militia into archers. And I think we'll see straight archers from Doubt. Now, Doubt hasn't walled this off, so the militia could get in. In fact, they should get in here. Zupi's going to have his scout to block any wall-offs, and this will just be annoying for Doubt. And here we go. Doubt's point of view, he's trying to build his barracks. The barracks could even be delayed, actually. Villagers having to run away from wood, and this is all very important for Finland to delay Doubt from getting the wood for the archers. And maybe even killing a villager here. Look at this. Zupi's trying to block the Vild. No. That villager is going to make it back to the TC, but that's not where Doubt wants them. He wants them on wood. Good drush from Zupi. Now here come the militia from Valise. Viper's trying to get his barracks up. Valise about to hit feudal. And Valise will be going man-at-arms, so these will not just be militia. Viper with the quick walls. Viper, oh, probably going to lose a villager if Valise can block. He needs to block with the scout. He's so close to getting it. He will get it. And he's getting shots in on Viper's scout. Not a good start for TyRanT at all. The barracks was denied here as well. So Doubt's in feudal. And he needed Tato's scout. He needs the barracks so he can build the archery range. Oh my goodness, an amazing start for Finland. A flawless start for Finland. Especially because Zupi, he lost his boar. Now, the scout goes down for Zupi, but this drush has done his job. He's on his way to feudal, has walls, going to gold himself so he can go archers. Back at Viper's base, well, he's going scout, so he will want his berries, especially his franks. And that's going to be delayed by the man-at-arms. So it's man-at-arms into archers, and Viper's going scouts from the flank. Viper has 2 losses. And he's been really thrown here. He won't even be able to collect his zebras, which he wanted to do comfortably. Now, you know what this comes down to? When I watch Viper play 1v1s, and all these players play 1v1s as there's now a pause, he scouts what's coming in. And Doubt and Viper, 2 of the most experienced players in this game, they didn't scout it. You would think Doubt of all people would have been able to scout that. I think he excels not because of his speed, but because of his know-how. He did not scout that drush, and that drush did so much. Viper as well, losing the villager, having to build his stable back here when ideally he wanted it out in front of his golds. And not a good start. And maybe that's what TyRanT is discussing now with the pause. Now, should keep in mind that Tato's going to be adding scouts. And Tato's base is pretty easy to wall up. Max's base is a bit more exposed as the pocket. It depends on what side these scouts will arrive to. If Max, for example, comes over to help Valise, and then Zupi starts dying, then they will have chosen the wrong side, and same thing could happen for Tato. There's only one pocket player. Are there any rules about pauses? I think there are, but we never really have to even address that. I've never once casted a tournament where someone paused too much. Yeah, this is a best of 5. This is the semi-finals of Battle of Africa. So again, the winner faces Aftermath in the finals. If you want any details on the tournament, type !BOA in the chat. There will be a link. You can click that and read all the details. I know there's probably a lot of questions, okay? But you see where Max is arriving. They're going right to Viper. And again, this is going to be so much better for Finland. So much better for Finland. They have Indians starting with scouts, and they can easily use that stable for camels later on. Then there will be archers from Huns, and that'll be a transition into cav archers later. So we'll have the ranged unit behind the melee unit. While Tato, if he were to send scouts to accompany Viper, it's just melee. The archers are going to do so much here, because they can just hide behind the meat that Max is going to provide with his camels and with his scouts. I think what they were hoping for was Viper to get pocket, and they'd called a restart because Viper was flank last time. But there's a 66% chance that you're going to get flank again, and that's exactly what happened. No restart, and an awful beginning to this game for TyRanT. Okay, so Twitch chat. I've done this before. Game 1 has not even finished yet. We're at 2,100 viewers. I absolutely love doing this. I love this community. I love how many people I can reach. But what's exciting for me is just how many countries I'm able to reach. So don't worry, I don't want your social security number today. Could you say where you're from? What country are you from? Even if you're lurking, just say what country you're from. I want to show you guys how crazy this is. This community is special. Thank you all for being a part of it. Just watch this. Unbelievable. That gives me chills, honestly. That gives me chills. Well, thank you guys for being supportive of me and being supportive of this game and all the players. Thank you for being invested today. Chat is going crazy. All right, the pause. Yeah, I'm gonna type mute because I don't want their 14 to actually sound off. Pause. Finished now. Doubt just now getting his archery ranges up. Zoopy, he's building his at the same time, so despite being later, it was actually quite good for him. Now, Viper, he's going to have the scouts. He should be able to clean this up. He's added a lot of spears because he might expect Max. Max is trying to go towards Tato, and Tato may be expecting this, talking to Viper, and Viper saying he's not here, he's not here. He's quick-walled, and Max is going to go right to Doubt. Sorry, phone sec. I go give something at door BRB. Okay, it was Zoopy. Hey, he told us. We rarely know. Now we know the details of his life. What was at the door? Tell us. Okay, so potentially for now, Doubt could be overwhelmed, but the team walls are already up for TyRanT. Look at the walling. This is open, but Max, if he wants to hit the villagers from Doubt, he's going to have to go through the TC. I think he'll do it, though. Zoopy just signaled. I think he'll do it. Max wasting some time with his scouts. He hasn't made it in just yet. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing here. Viper and Tato have a lot of scouts on the right-hand side. Vlies needs to get his walls up and defend. He could take a big hit. But where's Max at? Where's he going here? I think he might be clicking here and trying to go around another way. Or, of course, Zoopy could have told him, no, don't go. He's going to add spears. And so far, the pocket player has done nothing for Finland, and this is the chance for Viper and for Tato to do some damage. Now, Vlies just saw Viper. He signals, and now he's saying, Max, I hope you're full walled, because Viper and Tato are coming to you. So, Viper and Tato scouts also not doing anything. This is the benefit of ranged units. You can do a little bit more when walls are up. That's a relief, I think, for Finland's, because that's a lot of scouts that Vlies would have had to deal with. Okay, well, Max now encountering the Archers of Doubt. You can see just how safe these teams are playing this with all the walls. So many moving parts, you don't want to be caught out. And Viper looping around to try and hit Vlies, and Vlies again sees this. He'll have spears, and I don't think that Viper will be able to do too much here. Not even forcing a TC to Garrison. Okay, I lied. I jinxed it. I jinxed it, chat. So not the best start for TyRanT, but I really like how they can team wall. We make a lot of jokes about the Viper map hacks, but look how early they could team wall in comparison to the Finland players. I think Zoopy's placement is going to make things difficult for him. Look how far away he is from Max. It means if Max needs to send help, it'll take that much longer. And also, of course, they can't really wall that off, so there can be a lot more surprises. Max is on the way to Castle H. Tato is on the way to Castle H. How perfect is this? Both making scouts, both clicking up to Castle H at the same time. I wonder if Tato will start with Knights. I imagine he'll start with Knights. Malians are great pocket civ. You can go Knights and Camels versus Indians. They're just on Camels. Late game, I prefer TyRanT Civilizations. You could see a transition. Viper, he might even start off with Knights or something. Instead of, yep, he'll start off with Knights, and so he can go with Frank Paladins, building watchtowers now on his wood. That's interesting. And Tato, he gets Farimba Camels and Knights in the next stage. So, a lot of strength associated with his civ, and then, of course, Mayan Archers will be strong for Doubt. Doubt is an incredible flank player with Archers, and oh, look at this. All three TyRanT players finding Max's scouts. Now, is it a huge deal in terms of The units themselves, no, because Max probably won't use these, but it's a lot of map presence that Finland has given up here, and TyRanT, credit to them for getting past that rocky start. Dowd has clicked up the castle age before Zupi as well. If I had to guess, I would say Max will come here when he hits castle, because they don't want Dowd to have this hill. Now look at this. See, I've never seen this from Viper before. This is so peculiar. I don't know if it's a lack of confidence, or is this if this will look brilliant later on. But he's building 4 preemptive towers. Now there, it looks a little bit brilliant, right? Because he's stopped those archers from getting in. But this is peculiar. At this level, you never see that. But you gotta trust Viper. He has a plan. Max now trying to place a town center on his gold. Wisely has his walls up. And Dowd is arriving with his archers. Will the TC be up in time? See Max's point of view, and he sees all the scouts knocking on the door. TC's is 60%, only building with 3 villagers, and now 2 going to build a wall. Uh-oh. Max, this TC. You know what's interesting? If he gets it up, as he loses 1 villager, he'll lose 2 villagers, he will lose 3 villagers. If he gets it up, it can actually run underneath. Oh man, the TyRanT coordination has been much better after the rough beginning to this game. Viper, he cannot be touched. The team walls are pretty much all completed now. And Max going to lose another vill here? He has to run away. He's trying to hope these camels with chain barding armor will be able to push the archers away. I think that he'll be just fine now. Even upgraded to light cav. And Doubt running away as he's getting his upgrades. Very good moment to pick for TyRanT to go to Max's base. Now this is open. I assume they see this. Yeah, this is open, but beyond that, all the walls are up for TyRanT. And those will probably be stone walls later on. Doubt getting crossbow and bodkin, and he's gonna sit next to the wood line and get as much value out of these units as possible, and I don't think Max is gonna be happy with this, man. He's lost villagers, it delayed his boom, and he can't even engage these crossbows, and he doesn't know what side they're gonna go to. That's forcing Zupi to not go forward to Doubt, but to run back to deal with this. And all momentum now in TyRanT's favor as Tato's sending forward knights, and he has a lot of space to run into. Doubt also has a new group of crossbows. Viper is gone into knights. Remember, I thought this would be awkward for him. I kind of feel a forward TC from Belize. Holy cow. I kind of feel like when you wall and tower like this, you'll slow down your boom, and you'll also force the flank to go towards your pocket. Oh, Viper needs to be so careful here. He's running right into the crossbows from Belize. Throws away 2 knights. And at the same time, I think, Doubt, he's going to be trapped. I don't know who will win this best of 5, but already their skills are on display. It hasn't been the cleanest start from both, but you have to credit the aggressor in all the situations. You have to credit Finland for doing what they did, getting those kills early on, and you have to credit TyRanT for getting to Max. And if they didn't have the balls to go for it, they wouldn't be getting those kills, regardless of what you think of how it was defended. And this is why Viper built the towers, but this is also why it just doesn't work. Like, I've never seen Viper do this before. This is pretty good for Finland, because Viper's only at 49 vills, and he's gone full tower defense and siege workshop defense. If you're TyRanT, you want Viper in Tato's position. And Tato, he has the speed, he has the safety to boom, and he's sending forward lots of knights at the moment. And will the timing be perfect here? Siege workshop for Zupi won't be denied, but 2 villagers could die. Oh, and then Zupi's coming forward with his crossbows. Tato can now come behind him. And I see Max's units in the middle of the map. He's not yet here. Oh, this is where Zupi needs to get as much value. This is just like Doubt 5 minutes ago. This is Doubt, similar to Doubt's situation. He's going to get trapped. Now he can run into his base, but does he want to let these knights in here? Max is just now arriving with the camels. Tato and Doubt have to decide if they want to go in. They do not want to overcommit. 1 villager down. 2, 3, and 4. Zupi taking losses now. Definitely been iffy for some of these flank players. Now, I tend to agree with people in the chat. I think that TyRanT, they have a much better map for late game. I think they also have the better civs for late game. Of course, it depends. And Indians with Imperial Camel can kill 2 of the civs for TyRanT, but still. Now we have Siege Workshop. Viper killed 2 villagers. 3 Mangonels and Knights. But he's also lost a lot of vills himself. And Tato might send over some units. See, now Max has to know, okay, where's Tato gonna go? It's kind of a guessing game, but I don't want to call it that because they're so experienced they should know. Doubt even running towards Viper's side of the map. This TC placement was questionable for Vlies. I guess those are... Oh, it's not questionable when those are his goals. And Viper building a forward castle now. So maybe just playing the map a little bit more here, Viper. Vlies having to repair his town center. Now here he is. Now, look at this. These camels, can they kill the Mangonels? There's 4 Mangonels. We know about Viper's micro in these situations. It is so needed for Vlies now. And oh my god, there's 1 Mangonel left. Can the castle be denied? It's at 86%. The villagers are not building it. Max has arrived. Tato, meanwhile, with doubt, hitting Max. But this is huge. Viper down to 55 villagers. He's 14 villagers behind Vlies. And Vlies now, he's going to wall up this castle. Oh god, but look at this. Tato's trying to make a move versus Max because he knows Max is at Viper's base. How much will Max lose? Who is in the better situation? Max needs that strong boom in his pocket. Tato, he has not been troubled all game. Doubt is here with 38 crossbowmen. Now, this is a quick wall, so these units can't run through, but there's a hole. So the TC will die. Max will lose 15 villagers himself. He'll lose access to his main golds. Viper, he's building a castle here, and that might allow him to push towards finishing this one later on. I kind of like TyRanT's position better here. While Vlies definitely needed help from Max, it has worked out for TyRanT in the sense that Max had nothing here to defend this. Zupi, meanwhile, in the other best of 5 they played, he was the carrying force. And after that lane, he has struggled so much, and all Max is in trouble. This could be the game right here. Max is in big trouble. He needs units here pronto. And this will just allow Tato to send more units to this side. Tato has played so well from pocket, and Viper might finish this castle now that Tato is here to help. 60 villagers for the Max. That's going to get even worse. It's 87 for Tato. These camels can't even engage this, can they? They might be able to take a 50-50 engagement, but that is not what Max needs now. He needs to clean this up, and he needs to do significant amount of damage to Tato, because otherwise, trouble. And Viper, was that a petard? Viper busts down a hole through the stone wall. Now he loses the villager, but he has Knights and Mangonels. There's no way this castle for Vlies will go up. Tato's on the way to Imp, and in game 1, I think TyRanT will take the victory. The castle will go up on these 2 forward golds. The walls are secure for TyRanT. Here we go. Zupi coming to help out, so maybe Max will be able to clean this up, but it doesn't matter. This Castle Age wave of military was enough for TyRanT. What's Zupi going to be able to do to hold to get Max back in this game? Well, if he's going archers, Mayans, they have just as many archers. And then Tato, of course, is going to have the Malian Cavalier. No gold now for Vlies. He will soon lose villagers out of this town center. He's already losing them, in fact. Viper, I didn't have a lot of time to focus on it, but this is one of his golds. I think this is his 3rd, and then this is one of Vlies's. Trying to just double check on that. You know what? These might have both been Vlies's, so that's very unfortunate. I think TyRanT has a much better map generation for this. The only exception being Doubt, but with Max so far away from Zupi is always going to make things difficult. And then with the forward golds for Vlies, ouch. And now Viper's on the way to Imp as well. So Doubt, Viper, and Tato on the way to the Imperial Age. No Imperial Age upgrade for Vlies. And if you're in this situation, you need to take a big fight before they upgrade. A very big fight. Look at top corner. Yeah, they're just goats. I've had a lot of people spamming to look at sneak vills. It's just goats. A sneak vill won't change anything now anyway. They are the goats. With Doubt, might go towards Onager and Plumed Archers. He has what will be 2 castles soon. And of course, Trebuchets will soon follow as he sees Zupi building his castle on the hill. Zupi has nice military numbers, but he's at 145 pop as flank. Max is at 82. He's rebuilding a town center on his main gold. He's not anywhere near him. Like, what you need here is someone to be in a strong enough position to hold for Finland and sling Max some resources to get back into the game. You can't realistically push back here. You just have to hold and hold and hold until you get your pop back up. Add trade maybe. And Tato, look at this. You gotta give credit to Tato. How good has he been from pocket in this game? He has been everywhere. And he knows, hey, they're gonna need to hold. So yeah, I'm gonna castle their gold. And once again, he could run right in here. Is that a ballsy castle or what? Right on the hill, right on the golds. Max, he's going to need help from Valise, and if Valise has to come this way, he's going to struggle even more so than he already will versus Viper, because I think he's behind Viper. Viper, he's going to be getting Cavalier soon, so not looking very good. Now Zupi, seeing all the Mangonels and microing them down from Doubt. He has his own Mangonels. This will probably be a very slow push from both on this side. And of course, it's just a matter of time till Tato shows up. Max, I don't know how, but he's on his way to the Imperial Age. Can they do this, Finland? It's gonna be tough. And Tato just hitting Zupi, and now Zupi has to decide, man, where do I go? I have slow units. I cannot defend from this many Cavalier. They already have Farimba, by the way, so soon they'll have full upgrades. And I think this is where Doubt can push in. He denies this castle. And oh my goodness, Tato will get in front of the Arbalest, so the Arbalest cannot retreat to the top of the hill. And this is the game. This is the game. There's no way back for Finland in game one. There's simply no way. Zupi will get overrun. Soon, Valise will get overrun. And maybe this is the moment where, as Tato builds another castle, this is where Finland talks about where things went wrong, what they should plan on with civs in the next game, and you just review how things went here. Now, the last time that I saw these teams play in a best of 5, as the GG's been called, Finland won the first two. Wait. No, I lied. I think Finland won the first game, TyRanT won the second, Finland won the third, TyRanT won the fourth, and then TyRanT won the fifth. Something like that. And it went to 5 games. So while TyRanT played very well there, we will have different maps and different civs, and Finland has shown us in the past they have the potential to beat TyRanT. You know, the interesting thing is, when Viper's castle failed, that was actually what helped them. When Viper placed the castle, despite his losses, that brought Max over, and then Max got completely destroyed. That was interesting. Not what I expected when I saw Viper getting that castle denied. TyRanT fans will say it was calculated. Here's the KD for you. Tato played so well. Resources collected as well. He's on top in 3 categories. And if you want to look at this YouTube, you can pause it, okay? But we're going to move on here on Twitch to the next game. It was 2-0 Finland, and TyRanT came back 3. Oh, really? Maybe Arabia was game 3 then. So it was 2-0 Finland. Gotcha. Sorry. I cast games every day. I get them all confused. So TyRanT takes the first game. Great stuff there. Hackray, thank you for the 5 bits. He said turning into a good game 9 minutes ago. Yeah, man. That snowballed quick, didn't it? Mr. Bees with 500 bits, he said, I think pausing was a spec delay abuse Dan's game. I doubt it, Mr. Beebs. I doubt it. As much as there's money involved for this tournament, there's also a lot of pride. And all the people who are in this community, they've been around since the big money tournaments even began. So, well, I shouldn't say that. There were even bigger money tournaments in the past, but they don't play for the money as much as they do the love of the game. Alperset, thank you for subscribing to the stream. Nivida, thank you for the 5. Dyknom, thank you for 4. Red, thank you for 2 months. No Head Dragon, thank you for the Prime as well. Thank you everybody for subscribing to the stream. Arbarth93 says, love you T90. You're the only reason I have a Twitch account. Thank you, Arbarth, for 3 months. We're getting close to the viewer record. I'm confident we will hit it today. Thank you all for being a part of that. So let's look at the civs, guys. Let's look at the civs. So TyRanT's on the left-hand side. They chose Franks. Malians is somewhere in here. There we go. Malians and Mayans. So 3 of their strongest picks, I would say, TyRanT had there. Then we had Huns, another very strong pick, Indians, and Japanese then for Finland. Game 2 coming up. These are the civs that TyRanT can choose from for their squad, and these are the civs that Finland can choose from for their squad. I have no freaking clue. I have no clue what we're going to see. But I think that TyRanT kind of got away with one there. Their maps helped them. Belize's map certainly was bad, and how far away Zupi was from Max was bad. Remember, the start to that game, TyRanT, it didn't do very well, but the strength of TyRanT oftentimes is falling behind and being able to come back, or being able to hold until they find an opportunity to push and do damage to the other team. So, certainly deserved that win. Did Finland's not ban any civs? It was a global ban. Koreans was a global ban.